The Sega Genesis. It was doing so well in the early 90s that Sega thought it needed a little brother in the form of a CD player. I love CDs. Now, this was actually a smart move back in 1992 because CDs were looking like the way the industry was heading. They could hold more memory, they had better audio, and every edgy teenager that watched Naruto now had access to throwing stars. Believe it! But I'm not here to talk about the console. I'm here to talk about the drumming, and that was massively improved with the addition of Redbook Audio. Redbook Audio, not to be confused with RedTube, which YouTube now calls YouTube Premium, was the amazing new standard for the CD-based soundtracks back in the early 90s. The soundtracks no longer had to be tied to a certain synthesizer, but composers could record real instruments and use those for the background music. The possibilities were now endless with what a video game soundtrack could sound like, and I think Final Fight CD proved that with its badass guitar sound. Probably the greatest thing about the Sega CD was you could take the game disc and put it in a regular CD player and it would play this soundtrack. If I did that with a modern game, who knows what might happen? Oh, it sounds like shit. Okay, it's time to stop messing around and finally talk about the best game for the Sega CD, which is Kyo Flying Squadron. You get to play as an anime girl in a bunny outfit that rides a dragon. It's been a long time since I've touched a woman. Sonic CD is the best-selling game on the platform, but that doesn't say much about its quality. I've never played it, but from researching people's opinions on it, I can clearly say that, yep, it's a video game. The division online for this game was unreal between the people that thought it was great and people that are wrong. But the strangest thing I discovered online, besides this picture, was that Sonic CD had two completely different soundtracks. There's the original one in Japan, and there's a completely different soundtrack for the US release. No official reason has ever been given as to why the two soundtracks, but my sneaking suspicion is that Sega wanted to torture me during the research process of this video. Sega! The evidence is all there, because not only are there two different completely soundtracks, but there's also 4 variations of each track. Okay, let me try and explain this quickly.
Ready?
So Sonic CD uses time travel as the main mechanic, which has you starting in a world in the present. Well, you find these signs that say either past or future that let you travel through time if you run fast enough. When you travel back in time to a prehistoric stage, the music shifts to fit the new environment. The last 2 variations come in the future sections, where you have the good future or the bad future. Woo! When you travel back to the past, you have to find and destroy these machines Robotnik left there in order to change the future to good. If you don't, then the bad future is littered with dead robots and junk everywhere.
Complete!
So that's the past, present, good future, and bad future. But that's also for both soundtracks. So I had to look through 7 variations of each track, since apparently the past tracks are the same in both the US and the Japan release. But there's also 7 levels. There's no way I'm going to be able to go through all this music. So here are the songs with the best drumming in them. CD format brought many new ways to experience video games, and the strangest of them all was FMV games. Why were these a thing? Full motion video games. They're more a cheesy B-movie than an actual game. If I wanted to watch a crappy movie, then I'd just turn on Netflix. With FMV games basically being interactive movies, you would think that there wouldn't be any good songs for them. But Night Trap proves that wrong. The Sega CD. You were a console of experimentation, and while you may have been a commercial failure, you still didn't do as bad as the 32X, which I'll be talking about next time. This console took chances with the variety of games it offered, and because of that, we get some kick-ass soundtracks. Thank you for watching my video, and now it's drumming time.